The followers of the cleansing flame do not begin as monsters. That is what makes them tragic. Most of them begin with a desire that it's impossible to condemn. They want to improve the world. They see suffering, injustice, corruption spreading through existence. They believe something must be done, but their mistake is subtle. They look outward. They seek to destroy what troubles them outside themselves, never realizing that what they are trying to erase is a reflection of something they refuse to confront within. The desire to heal slowly transforms into the desire to control. The desire to protect becomes the desire to dominate, and the tragedy is that they cannot see the difference, because the flame does not only give them power, it gives them certainty. The warmth that burns inside them feels like proof. The light they feel becomes validation. Their doubts become silent. Their guilt becomes distant. And with a muted inner compass, their morality begins to erode. Their perception distorts, and they begin to believe that because they can consume and purify means they were chosen for a higher purpose. They were never people who seek the truth, but were those who wanted the authority to define it. The longer they rely on the flame, the less they trust themselves. Their own judgment begins to feel insignificant compared to the fire within. Slowly, they surrender their responsibility. The flame becomes their answer, their reason, their justification, and a new identity is born. The savior, the judge, and the executioner. They do not notice the transformation. Because they believe they are sacrificing themselves for the world, they surrender to the flame and become an instrument of it. The most dangerous followers are not always the ones consumed by rage. Sometimes they are the calm ones, the disciplined ones, the ones who speak with absolute certainty. They believe they carry a burden that no one else is strong enough to carry, that their hardships were all worth it because now they are ready. Now the moment has come for them to achieve their purpose. They convince themselves that their suffering gives them permission, that their sacrifice makes them righteous, but eventually they forget the reason they started. At first, they wanted to remove pain. Then they began removing people, and after every act of purification, the question becomes harder to ask. What if we were wrong? Doubt always returns, quietly, patiently. It appears when they notice that the world they promised to save is becoming more broken. It appears when they realize the flame did not create something new within them. The flame worked as a campfire in the middle of the forest, a false sense of security to anchor to, but the closer you are to it, the more the heat hurts, and the more your shadow grows. The flame only illuminated what was previously difficult to see, what was already there. Their anger, their fear, and their pride, their desire to judge. The darkness they hunt was not outside, not the one they should be concerned with. It was inside them, and now they face the impossible choice, the incurable weight of responsibility, or escape surrendering completely to the flame until being consumed. Many choose escape, because if they abandon the flame, they must accept that their actions were their own. They must face the truth, that they were not controlled. They chose. Some believe any sacrifice is justified if it creates a perfect world. Some believe the flame chose them because they were worthy. Others embrace it because it gives them something even more tempting, a way to place their own guilt onto someone else. But the flame never chose them, they chose themselves. The voice they hear is not a divine command. It is not an outside God guiding their hand. It is their own certainty, reflected back at them. The flame shines because it mirrors what already exists within the wielder, a symbol of their conviction, their fears, their need to be right, their eternal judgment. And the longer they listen, the harder it becomes to recognize themselves, because they never believed they were capable of becoming this. They blame the flame, the power, anything except the one truth they cannot accept. The flame did not corrupt them. It only gave them the ability to act upon what they already carried inside. Thank you for listening.